Hi, Theresa Momber here from craftingtheweb.blogspot.com with another card making tutorial. Start with a piece of white cardstock trimmed to 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 inches and sponge lightly with yellow ink. Use a small die template from Spellbinders Classic Circles to cut a small circle shape. Then use scissors to trim it in half. Place the semicircle over where you've already sponged yellow ink. This will be the mask for your sun. Now switch to orange ink and continue sponging. After orange, switch to a dark purple and continue sponging along the sides. This particular color is called Edible Eggplant from Gina K Designs. Now switch to pink and continue sponging. The next color is light blue. Sponge along the top and bottom, filling in completely. Then switch to a darker blue and sponge only along the very top and very bottom. And now create a mask for the horizon line. You'll need to mask both the top and the bottom. I'm using sticky notes for my mask. I have them pressed together and now I'm tearing along one edge and tearing both pieces all at once. Separate the masks and position in place right along the horizon line. Sponge the area between the masks using dark brown ink. Then switch to black ink and sponge just along the edge of the upper mask. And now place a new mask, this time with a straight edge, along the horizon line and covering the sky. Then sponge with more dark purple ink. This stamp is from a stamp set called the Northwoods from Gina K Designs. I don't want to ink up the bottom portion of the image, so I'm using a sticky note to cover that while I ink up with Gina K Designs black ink. And then I position the tree in place and stamp on my background. Place another mask to cover the water. Ink up another image from the Northwoods stamp set, again with black ink, but stamp off on scratch paper to make these images a little lighter. Reposition and stamp the image a second time. Now use a dark gray marker. This is an N7 Copic marker to fill in the tree trunk of the tree image. To make reflections of the trees in the water, use the same marker and color in some squiggle lines. To keep building up the reflection in the water, switch to a lavender marker. I'm using BV11 in this case. Next, use an opaque white pen to add some reflection for the sun. And then, for just a little more depth in the water, switch to a slightly darker lavender marker, in this case BV13. The sentiment is also from the Northwoods stamp set. Stamp this image using black ink. To finish the card, layer with a piece of black cardstock trimmed slightly larger than the first layer, and then adhere both pieces to a light blue card base. Thanks for watching.